PSN has quietly launched a very small flash sale running 2 deals on 2 very good PS4 games, so I want to highlight that. And on top of that, we've got a plethora of other great deals available on PSN as well as on the physical side of things. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, while all eyes are on Warzone right now, if you want the entirety of the game, you can get it at a discount right now as well. Assassin's Creed Odyssey has a great deal available, which I did mention briefly, but let's go over that again. And then Amazon has a plethora of great deals, and Death Stranding is at its lowest price ever over on Walmart.com. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but first up, let's take a look at the small flash sale that PlayStation Store is running. Hunt Showdown, the recently released title, is 30% off for $28. This is a really good buy. If you're stuck at home and you and your buddies want a game to jump into and spend some time on, Hunt Showdown is a really good one. We talked about this quite in depth, but this is definitely a game that I would not recommend if you're just trying to buy a multiplayer game where you alone can jump into it. I would recommend to, get a friend or two and then buy it and play it together, because you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Savage, nightmarish monsters roam the Louisiana swamps, and you're part of a group of rugged bounty hunters bound to rid the world of their ghastly presence. Banish these creatures from the world and you'll be paid generously and given the chance to buy more gruesome and powerful weapons. Fail and death will strip you of both your character and gear. Your experience, however, remains in your pool of hunters called your bloodline always. The game has a very interesting way of gauging risk management, and the things you do, the tactics you put out, there is a lot of risk management in the sense of just doing one thing could have drastic consequences, and that always keeps you on the edge of your toes, and it just makes it a more engrossing game, a more atmospheric game, a more heart-racing game. It's competitive, match-based gameplay, mixes PvP and PvE elements together, and it's just a very good concoction for very engaging gameplay. Not a steep discount on this, but still, it being 30% off, given that it came out earlier this month, that is a really good buy, and I would give that a strong recommendation, again, especially if you can jump into it with a couple of friends. Also, I should note that the Legendary Edition is 30% off. That typically goes for $45, but right now it is $31.49. That includes the full game as well as the DLC Legends of the Bayou. You can check that out if you do want to get all the content in one fell swoop, and that is only, what, $3.50 more expensive than the base game, so that is something to note. Okay, so also Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a part of this flash sale. Not a steep discount on this either, 33% off for $40.19. This is one game that has been really holding up in value, but it's still a really good deal. I thought Respawn knocked it out of the park with this one. For a game that I really thought wasn't gonna be the best, just because I had been influenced by what EA and Star Wars, that relationship hasn't been that great. Battlefront 1 left a lot to be desired, and Battlefront 2 initially left a lot to be desired. It became a much better game, and now it is a very competent multiplayer experience, and I would highly recommend you guys to actually play it. However, Jedi Fallen Order being a single-player game, being done by Respawn, which Respawn has done some great games, but mostly multiplayer titles, Jedi Fallen Order turned out to be a great game. Has the right amount of challenge, the visuals are excellent, the graphics are great, and there's just a lot to enjoy out of Jedi Fallen Order. For $40 and change, again, still a little bit pricey, but at this price point, it is worth it. And there is also the Deluxe Edition that is available for $46.89. You got some additional in-game content. You get the director's cut behind-the-scenes videos featuring over 90 minutes of footage from the making of the game, which is probably the coolest thing you get out of that Deluxe Edition. I always love insider stuff like that, so that's really cool. Those two deals are both pretty good. Alright, some other deals. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is 35% off for $38.99. I know there's a lot of attention on Call of Duty Warzone right now, but if you do want a game that is offering a pretty good experience as well on top of Warzone, Call of Duty Modern Warfare definitely has that. The campaign is rather strong, and then the multiplayer is your Call of Duty multiplayer. It's Call of Duty. If you haven't checked it out yet and you're not a big fan of Call of Duty, is there a lot of reason to check it out? Probably not. In the sense of Call of Duty, you're really catering towards that audience that at least has some affinity towards the game. However, I know for a lot of you guys, you have been avoiding paying $59.99 every year for Call of Duty, so if you do want it a little bit cheaper, it is good to see that these games are a little bit more comfortable on going on sale rather quickly, because for a long time, they would sit at that $60 price point for a long time, never go on sale, but it looks like Activision has really bucked on that, and pretty much every major developer and publisher has bucked on the trend of not putting their games on discount outside of Nintendo, and I don't know if they're ever going to do that, but Rockstar Games, a studio that is notorious for keeping their game prices high, they're even discounting their games. RDR2 went on sale relatively quickly, all things considered, and Modern Warfare for 39 bucks is a pretty good deal. Also, do want to mention again Assassin's Creed Odyssey and the Gold Edition of AC Odyssey, which the Gold Edition is probably the one you should get. That's down to $23. Very good deal. You can also check out AC Odyssey as a part of a free weekend that is running right now, but the Gold Edition is excellent. You get the base game, you get the DLC, and you get Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Just a sick deal. For $23, you get a ridiculous amount of content for your money. The base game for $13.79 is good as well. However, for just another $9 for all of the additional content, I would say that is well worth it. Alright, some other deals to go over. These are on Amazon, so these are physical deals. Doom Eternal is down to $49.94, so $10 off on Amazon. It does note that it's usually going to ship it within 3 to 5 weeks. Usually it ships a lot quicker than that. This is a very new game. I don't understand why Amazon wouldn't stock back on it rather quickly, but $49 for that, $49.94, essentially $50, $10 off is pretty good. That game is being received very well, so a strong recommendation for a $10 off price point for a game that just came out. Can't go wrong with that. Another game that just came out and it's $10 off, My Hero 1's Justice 2. This is a game that is definitely for your My Hero Academia fans, not a game for, you know, newcomers. All of these anime games, usually if you're a fan of the anime, that's when you're really going to enjoy the game, because if you assess it fundamentally as just a fighting game, okay, it's probably not going to be worth that $50. However, you add in that affinity towards My Hero Academy if you hopefully have it, and that's why you're looking at this game, well then $10 off for the title, I would say is pretty good. Days Gone is down to $20. That is a really good buy for Days Gone. I thought Days Gone was a rather good game if you're into open world action adventure titles. It's going to be right up your alley. It's not reinventing the wheel in any way necessarily. However, in every area, I would say it is rather good. The story's pretty good. The characters are pretty good. Gameplay's solid. Visuals are obviously really good. And I thought for Ben Studios' return to big budget games on home consoles, I thought they did a relatively good job with Days Gone. And I'm excited to see what they can cook up with their next outing. For $20, I would say that it is a really good buy. Also, lastly, as far as the Amazon deals are concerned, I do want to note Infamous Second Son is down to just $9.99. I really enjoyed Infamous Second Son. I've been vocal of the fact that I did not think it was as good as Infamous 1 or 2, but Infamous 1 or 2 were both excellent games. Infamous Second Son not being as good as either of those two games really isn't saying much, but Second Son still offers a lot to like in its own regard. It has great gameplay. The open world is excellent, and the visuals are stunning as well. And overall, there's a lot of quality content to be had in Infamous Second Son, and for $9.99, it's a great buy. Would love to see it at $4.99, but I've never really seen Infamous Second Son at $4.99, so at this price point, probably the best that you're going to see, and it's definitely worth a buy. Lastly, I do want to note that over on Walmart.com, I believe this is a new low for the game. Death Stranding is down to $29.99, probably one of the more controversial games in the last few years. Some people absolutely love it, other people not so much. I really enjoyed Death Stranding. I thought it was a remarkable game that showcased an evolution in gaming, and yes, evolution sometimes isn't the easiest thing to go through. Change isn't the easiest thing to go through. Being innovative isn't the easiest thing, and there are stumbling blocks, but Kojima did a pretty good job with this game, and I think the good definitely outweigh the bad out of Death Stranding, and I think Death Stranding can be a case study for games in the future to implement a lot of the quality elements in the game while ironing out a lot of the issues and making those games even better in the future. Whatever the case may be, I feel like Death Stranding is one of those games that every gamer owes it to themselves to play. I thought the story was excellent, the world is absolutely gorgeous, and yes, maybe the gameplay isn't the most engrossing at all times, but I still thought there were a lot of great elements about that. Death Stranding is just those one-of-a-kind experiences that I feel like everybody should try out and formulate your own opinion on what you think about the game. Yes, it is a little bit of a risk, but now that risk is much cheaper at $30, and I would give it a strong recommendation. It's available directly on Walmart.com, and you do get free 2-day delivery if you make an order of north of $35. They've got some other good deals available on there as well. Days Gone is available on there for $19.99, much like the Amazon deal, so maybe you can couple some of those deals together. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, with the flash sale running right now, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Hunt Showdown are pretty cheap. I shouldn't say super cheap, but definitely good deals on that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare down to $38.99. Can't go wrong with that, given that that still holds up in price quite a bit. AC Odyssey, great deals on that, and Amazon's got a bunch of good deals. Dead Stranding at $29.99 is excellent as well. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.